All right, guys. XRP. What is going to happen tomorrow? Everyone is really expecting this thing to go to the moon. Okay? I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if it does. But you already know that the run up was already approaching. The run up on XRP was doing this thing, and it was going to run up all the way up until that day. A lot of people was expecting this to go to $5 tomorrow. I don't know. I don't believe it will. It's just my opinion. I don't think it will. Because if you look at over a week, we had this on this Sunday. This was when Trump was talking about it, and it ran up here, and then it's already is expected on Monday that this was going to start tapering off and come back down. And I already said it. I think I said it in another video. And then we've just been hanging around this 240, 250 area. We hit 60, 260s, 263 over here. We hit 260. I thought we hit 264 at one point. Did we? Well, 263, okay? So we're just bouncing around in this area right here. And we still have to get through tonight. And, the other half of the world will be awake later. They're going to be getting up. Some of them are getting up now. So I say about 7 o'clock. You may want to keep an eye on it and see what it does, because people are going to be getting up on the other side of the planet, and they're going to be looking at XRP, and they're going to be expecting something. And a lot of people are going to start FOMOing in and buying in, and hoping this thing is going to go to the moon. Now, I'm going to give you my prediction of what I think is going to happen. Okay? Because it seemed like I've seen this before. I've seen it so many times, this same situation. But people are going to do what they want to do. Okay, I say that. People are going to buy because they're going to buy the hype. The people are buying the hype. And I'm not telling you to not to buy or go buy it, but people are buying the hype. And this is the same situation. People will say a special event is going to come up, like when Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live about Doge, and they were like, "Oh, he's going to do this and it's going to explode." Now, if you remember, Doge was running up days prior, up until that day, and up until the show came on. And this is what happened. So people were so hyped up that Doge was going to go to the moon, and it just rolled. People was riding a roller coaster, and some people just got off before it reached the top. It just rolls up, and then when the show came on, or right before the show or during the show, it started tapering off, and then it didn't go where people thought. And as it was coming down, people started selling, and started slamming down. And people were like, what happened the next day? It didn't go where we thought. And some people lost money. Like, some people put in a lot of money, and they lost money because they was listening to the hype, and they think that this was going to happen all in one day, and it didn't. So this is one of the same scenarios where it's being hyped up so much by people on social media, and you will hear people on social media say, this going to catapult this thing above the $3 mark and $5 mark because of what's going to happen tomorrow. And, they're going to talk about it, and it may be some very, very good news. And this is what's going to happen. Like, I've heard it so many times. It's not going to work like that, guys. It's not going to work like that. It's not going to go to the moon because the president's talking about it. President talk about it, it may spike up a little bit. When they talk about it being when they brought the news up about it being in the reserve, the crypto reserve for Solana, Bitcoin, and XRP, people were only thinking it was going to be about Bitcoin, and it wasn't. Okay, it just so happened. Guess what? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and guess what? If you go to the crypto market cap, those are the top ones. Those are the top dogs. I'm surprised Doge is not in there. I'm very surprised. But you do want to keep an eye on Doge, okay? I don't know why it's not in there, but they didn't put it in there. But anyway, those are the top dogs. Like, those are the top dogs. So keep an eye on those, okay? Keep an eye on them. They picked those for a reason. Because they picked them because they're at the top of the list of the crypto market cap. If you go to cryptomarketcap.com, you'll see those are at the top. Okay? But people are going to hype it up all the way up until tomorrow. You best believe there's probably going to be some more buying in later tonight, up until the morning, and then all the way up until the president gets on to talk about when they start talking about it on the news, and they finally come up with a decision and they discuss what they're talking about. It's just going to tank off, okay? And it's probably going to start tanking off at the time they say he's supposed to be on TV, or when they're going to talk about it. It's probably going to start taking off, okay? I'm trying to get all my thoughts together because I'm thinking about a whole bunch of different things. So this, like I said, this is the same hyped up scenario I've seen so many times, like with AMC, Doge, and other cryptos. Well, this day come, if this happened, it's going to just go to the moon, and it's not going. Guys, relax. It's not going to the moon tomorrow. If it does, I'll be very, very, very shocked. I'd be very surprised if it does, okay? I can see it coming down and slamming down a lot. And when it starts slamming down, there's going to be people taking their money back because they don't want to lose money. They're going to take their money back because some people are going to be listening to the hype and they're going to invest a lot of money, and they just going to start pulling their money back out because they're only going to take a certain amount of a loss, right? And it's just going to come slamming down. It's going to go all the way back down to about the $2 mark and probably below the $2 mark. That's what I think. It's just my opinion. Okay. And I even said in another video, I think it's going to come slamming down back over where we're at, like back over here somewhere, like under the $2 mark. I really think it's going to come slamming down real close to $2, like maybe $2.14, $2.15, $2.18, and all the way down here below the $2 mark. Just my opinion. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if I'm right. Nothing may not even happen tomorrow. It may just start barcoding sideways, and people are going to be like, what happened? Nothing happened. Why didn't it run? You're going to hear people saying, nobody's selling. Come on now. Like, there are people selling XRP. Everybody does not trade the same. And there are people out there who only go to the stock market and crypto to scalp it. So everybody doesn't trade the same. If everybody did the same exact thing, this thing will just start flying to the moon. Okay? It will. Like, it will just keep going to the moon because all of it's going to be taken out the market. They will have to find out. They will have to scrape up some XRP from somewhere because it's going to be scarce. It's going to be gone. Like, not gone, but it's going to be less of it out there. Okay. But that's just a scenario if that happens. Okay. But we're going to see, like I said, what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay. See if I'm right. Going to see if I'm right. It's just like, I've seen it so many times. Okay. That's why I'm just like, I'm just relaxed. I'm not expecting anything. And I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen when XRP is going to take off. XRP is going to take off when you least expect it. Like, nothing's going to be happening special. It's just going to take off. Like, it's just going to go, and no one's going to know why. Okay? It's just going to go. No news behind it, no nothing, until later on people are going to find out. It's just going to go. And you may be asleep when this happens. Or it may be midday or something like that. It's just going to go. It's either going to take off, go really high, or it's going to come down, slamming down. Okay? Now, one more thing before I go. Someone want to know, how high do I think XRP can go to? There's the 10,000 being thrown around. That's what they say. Okay? I've heard that kind of noise before when they said Bitcoin can go to 1 million. Bitcoin can go to 500,000. You know, people said that, but that when they said that, it's been years in between, and then it finally got there. Now they're saying XRP can go to 10,000. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but not in 1 year. I don't think it's going to be this year. If I had to predict the price what XRP will go to within this whole year, I can probably say 20 bucks. It's just my opinion. I can see it going to 20. Okay. I personally, if it's going at the rate that it's going and how it's doing now, 20 bucks is a good price for me. Okay. I think it could get there very easily. It's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. $50 on a very, very good day, it could probably hit 50. Okay. But within this year, I don't see it going any further than that, unless the gov or these countries start buying all of them. If they start buying as much as possible they can, then you can see it skyrocket. But on a regular day, nothing's happening, it's just gonna slowly grind up if it goes up to the $20 mark. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm quit talking, guys, but I just wanted to bring that up about XRP, and I'll see you in the market tomorrow. I may make a pre-market video. If you're new, do me a favor, hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up. Okay, I greatly appreciate it. And let's all learn the stock market so we can have our feet in the sand somewhere. Okay, all right, guys, take care. Peace.